This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12. Now concerning what you wrote about the gifts from the Holy Spirit, I want you to know the truth about them, my friends. You know that while you were still heathen, you were led astray in many ways to the worship of lifeless idols. I want you to know that no one who is led by God's Spirit can say, "A curse on Jesus," and no one can confess Jesus is Lord without being guided by the Holy Spirit. There are different kinds of spiritual gifts, but the same Spirit gives them. There are different ways of serving, but the same Lord is served. There is different abilities to perform service, but the same God gives ability for all for their particular service. The Spirit's presence is shown in some way at each person for the good of all. The Spirit gives one person a message full of wisdom, while to another person the same Spirit gives a message full of knowledge. One of the same Spirit gives faith to one person, while to another person he gives the power to heal. The Spirit gives one person the power to work miracles, another the gift of speaking God's message, and to yet another the ability to tell the difference between gifts that come from spirits and those that do not. To one person he gives the ability to speak in strange tongues, and to another he gives the ability to explain what it said. But it is one and the same Spirit who does all this. As he wishes, he gives a different gift to each person. Christ is like a single body, which has many parts. It is still one body, even though it is made up of different parts. In the same way, all of us, whether Jew or Gentiles, whether slave or free, have been baptized into one body by the same Spirit, and we have all been given the one Spirit to drink. For the body itself is not made up of only one part, but of many parts. If the foot were to say, "Because I am not a hand, I do not belong to the body," that would not keep it from being part of the body. And if the ear were to say, "Because I am not an eye, I don't belong to the body," that would not keep it from being part of the body. If the whole body were just an eye, how could it hear? And if it were only an ear, how could it smell? As it is, however, God put every different part in the body just as he wanted it to be. There would not be a body if it were only one part. As it is, there are many parts, but one body. So then, the eye cannot say to the hand, "I don't need you," nor can the head say to the feet, "Well, I don't need you." On the contrary, we cannot do without the parts of the body that seem to be weaker, and those parts that we think aren't worth very much are the ones which we treat with greater care, while the parts of the body which don't look very nice are treated with special modesty, which is the more beautiful parts do not need. God himself has put the body together in such a way as to give greater honor to those parts that need it. And so there is no division in the body, but all its different parts have the same concern for one another. If one part of the body suffers, all the other parts suffer with it. If one part is praised, all the other parts share in its happiness. All of you are Christ's body, and each of it a part of it. In the church, God has put all in place. In the first place, apostles, in the second place, prophets, in the third place, teachers, then those who perform miracles, followed by those who are given power to heal or to help others or direct them or to speak in strange tongues. They are not all apostles or prophets or teachers. Not everyone has the power to work miracles, or to heal diseases, or to speak in strange tongues, or to explain what is said. Set your hearts then on the more important gifts. Best of all, however, is the following way. I'm going to continue. This is Corinthians 13. This is the love chapter. I may be able to speak the language of human beings and even of angels, but if I have no love, my speech is no more than a noisy gong or a clanging bell. I may have the gift of inspired preaching. I may have all knowledge and understanding all secrets. I may have all the faith needed to move mountains, but if I have no love, I am nothing. I may give away everything I have, and even give my body up to be burned. But if I have no love, this does me no good. Love is patient and kind. It is not jealous or conceited or proud. Love is not ill-mannered or selfish or irritable. Love does not keep a record of wrongs. Love is not happy with evil, but is happy with the truth. Love never gives up, and its faith, hope, and patience never fail. Love is eternal. There are inspired messages, but they are temporary. There are gifts of speaking in strange tongues, but they will cease. There is knowledge, but it will pass. For our gifts of knowledge and inspired messages are only partial. But when what is perfect comes, then what is partial will disappear. When I was a child, my speech, feelings, and thinking were all of those of a child. Now that I am an adult, I have no more of those childish ways, no use for childish ways. What we see now is a dim image in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. What I know now is only partial. Then it will be complete as God's knowledge of me. Meanwhile, these three remain: faith, hope, and love, and the greatest of these is love. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and 13.